Hello, everyone. Welcome. So, today I'm going to read from the Sophia Code. I've been certainly walking with Quan Yin and exploring the depths of compassion and what does it mean to have self-compassion, and then also compassion for the humanness of this deep polarized experience. And so I felt in with Quan Yin, and she brought forward two sections in the Sophia Code that I'm going to read for you just as a reflection on compassion. And so I am Sarah, and I am a certified Sophia Circle leader. And as such, I lead people through a 13 circle journey where we move through the 13 chapters of the Sophia Code together across 9 months, moving the activation and integrating together the teachings that come forward in this codex. The Sophia Code is an oracular sacred text channeled by Karuna, and it activates your sovereign empowerment, your sovereign divinity in this lifetime. As a Sophia Circle leader, I've been granted permission by Royal Publishing to read from the Codex on my platform, and it's always such an honor to do so. So let's just start. Quan Yin pointed me to page 232, and this is actually the little section before her chapter begins, and I will read this for us. Key Code 6. Key Code 6. She of 1,000 waters. When you practice holding yourself with great tenderness, you eventually become whole in your relationship with yourself. You trust yourself. It is from this foundation that Karuna can then initiate you into the greater depths of compassion available to you as a Christed being. Then we're going to move to page 249. And the title of this section is Quan Yin Teaches the Path of Karuna Compassion. I offer my story to reveal that all stories of compassion are the same story in the journey back home to the heart. Water directly taught me about the meaning of Karuna Compassion. When I prayed into the water and ingested it, the water would flow to every darkness that my awareness was too afraid to touch, out of shame or guilt. It was the water that carried my prayer everywhere I needed to reconcile the wounding within me. The water was not afraid to go where I needed it to go for my healing. Therefore, the medicine of water is an excellent teaching vehicle for revealing the power of Karuna Compassion. For there is nothing that we have suffered that we cannot heal within ourselves, and Karuna is the medicine of unconditional compassion that is the power to heal us from every suffering. The greatest of all suffering occurs when you refuse to have compassion for yourself as you are experiencing any kind of suffering. The Sanskrit root for compassion is karuna. My definition of karuna is to be so closely held by yourself that no separation can remain within you. To refuse yourself this embrace when you are already suffering immeasurably amplifies the pain that you are already experiencing. Embodying Karuna Compassion begins with learning how to love yourself first, holding all the parts of yourself throughout every present moment and in every circumstance. It requires softening your heart to accept that the gift of your own Karuna Compassion is the standard you deserve to experience in your relationship with yourself. No one else's opinion is required to acknowledge, quantify, or qualify your authentic experience of suffering for it to be real for you. Practicing Karuna does not require anyone else's approval or participation for you to receive the compassion that you deserve. Everything happening within you is here to be unconditionally honored by you without needing anyone else's permission to do so. Karuna Compassion is taking the time to be present with your authentic experience and being kind to yourself in every way. The quantum healing energy of Karuna takes your awareness directly to the root belief systems of your original wounds, so that you may love those places within you that feel abandoned and unlovable. For that is the magic of Karuna. It is the compassion within you that is willing to love what you believe is unlovable, unforgivable, or lacking within yourself. In the practice of Karuna Compassion, your own heart becomes your resource for receiving unconditional self-love and self-acceptance. Your greatest teacher for learning the importance of Karuna Compassion is your inner child, who is also the face of your innocence. The voice of your inner child speaks from your heart, acting as a guardian angel for your commitment to bestow the karuna of self-love upon yourself. When you are too enamored with social conditioning to give yourself the compassion you deserve, it is your inner child who steps in to keep you honest. Sudden feelings of anger, disappointment, and sadness can all act as messengers from your inner child when you are refusing to give karuna to yourself. Karuna is often described as the devoted loving compassion that a mother has for her child. I offer you that embodying this definition begins with you becoming the inner mother and father to your own inner child. In the journey of parenting yourself, you will come to find that it is your own innocence that allows the exact words and self-loving actions that you need to receive from yourself for healing your deepest wounds. When your inner child is honored with Karuna Compassion, they will eventually reveal themselves as the Phoenix child within you, which is key code 444 of the Sophia Code. The Phoenix child is the invincible embodiment of your innocence that was never harmed in your suffering. Key code 444 is your own angelic nature that arises again and again from the ashes of the past with the power to unconditionally love yourself and all others with the wisdom of compassion that has survived with you. When you practice holding yourself with great tenderness, you eventually become whole in your relationship with yourself. You trust yourself. Emotional safety becomes an established foundation within you. These feelings of safety and wholeness within yourself allow for you to reconcile with the truth of your sovereign divinity. For it is from this foundation that Karuna can then initiate you into the greater depths of compassion available to you as a Christed being. To be so closely held by yourself that no separation can remain within you also implies to you your independent existence with all being within Sophia. Karuna for yourself eventually generates an overflowing compassion for all beings that you are journeying with across the cosmos. When you embody this level of Karuna, you do not expect anyone to think, act, or believe what is to your liking in exchange for your compassion. Christ consciousness honors the universal suffering of others by honoring all beings as the faces of divinity that deserve your unconditional compassion. The piercing light of Karuna is too bright to see anything other than the divine love that every sovereign being deserves as a member of the one body of Sophia Christ. When Karuna Compassion overflows from your heart, you deeply care about what is important to others because you honor and value what is important to you. Karuna Compassion frees you from all boundaries about why you should or shouldn't give unconditional love. It is this authentic arising to unconditionally love others because you know how to deeply how deeply to love yourself that heals and uplifts the world with your compassion. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Let's just take 3 deep breaths together and let that integrate a little bit. I have an upcoming Sophia Circle Journey. For those who've lasted to the end of this reading, perhaps that's for you. I have a group journey starting June 26th. Please reach out if you're interested in an online group journey. I also cater one-on-one or private group journeys. Those I cater to your schedule. The group ones, there's more people that you may not know in that group. So I have these two options, but I am recruiting for my 9-month journey starting June 26th. Please reach out to me. It's such an honor to be here with you and to share this wisdom from Quan Yin's teaching in the Sophia Code with you. May peace radiate within. May self-compassion radiate within.